It's Friday. We're back on StepsTurboShow, and I have here my partner in nostalgia, the Zod Rider. How are you?
Arr, arr, arr.
R R R. Oh, dude, I still got the pirate coat. I gave it a little rest, but I have it. I have it. I should break it out again, huh?
Arr.
R R. Oh man, so it's been a pretty crazy week for gaming with all the and you know what's funny is PlayStation ain't even in on this mix right now. No one talking about PlayStation. They're talking about Xbox and Nintendo Switch 2, and obviously people have been clamoring for this AES Plus, but it's been kind of a quiet week on the news front for the Neo Geo. So I thought this week we could incorporate talking about this crazy week in gaming and how we feel about it and how we feel about things going forward with gaming and the AES Plus and all of that. But first, let's see who's in the chat here. We got Mr. Nobody first in here today. He said he did not watch any of the Xbox showcase or the Nintendo Direct, but he's excited about Code Veronica, Resident Evil remake coming out. We got still Mr. Nobody. Devastator Omega is here. Good to see you. Glad you are here. Good evening. And we have Meatball Saucy. I was personally impressed with Microsoft, not because of the games or console announcement, but because the PC being included with the console exclusives on Game Pass. PC Game Pass for the win. For the win. All right. Brooklyn Menace, good to see you. He's still working. He's still here and doing things 7 days a week. Okay. And Elio, good to see you, Elio, our friend. And Drew Drums.82. Hey, what's up? Well, put it on. Oh, the pirate coat. It's funny because, like, I had two of them and I sent one back. And they thought I sent the wrong one back, but I actually sent them the right one back. And
Was the other one that you got a different color?
No, they were different sizes. They're different sizes. And so now they want me to return the other one, or they want me to pay $40 because they refunded me twice. And I'm like, how bad do I want that coat? That's what I'm thinking. I still got that piratey shirt that I wore too. That I still got for sure. Meatball Saucy rooting for Brooklyn Menace there. Rooting for Brooklyn Menace. Okay. So, as we get started here, let's see. What has stood out for you? Let me ask you, like, before we start going through these things, was there any standout items that caught your attention this week in gaming?
Not really so much items catching my attention. Just some things that were said that stood out to me. Like the head of Xbox, basically letting it be known that that companies really don't know how to move forward with the way the pricing towards gaming is now. And so the way she was talking, basically saying a whole lot of nothing without.
Didn't Xbox kind of jack that up to begin with by doing Game Pass and all that other stuff?
Well, and that's the thing I don't quite understand. It's like, well, now you're in a quandary because now you got to find more affordable ways to, like, entice people. People with all budgets, they want more people to get in to play games, but they realize that not everybody is going to be looking to pay upwards of $2,000 for a next generation console. Not everybody's going to be willing to do that. And that's something now that they all have to contend with. And I thought about this, Steps. I said, here's a novel idea. Maybe not rush out to production the next generation of consoles. Maybe focus on the consoles that you have, since you haven't really scratched the surface of what those new consoles can do, especially because each generation, lately has been only incrementally better than the last generation. It's not like you can't get just about every game that you want to play on, you know, previous gen consoles. I mean, they're fully capable of playing the games. It's not that much of an improvement. So I don't know, but that's really what stood out to me.
All right. Well, let's start with this one since we're talking about Xbox right now. This one is interesting to me because, like, this is a game that was originally from our time. All right, I would say was right when the original Xbox released, right, and that would be this Halo remake. Let's check it out here real quick.
You've heard the story. Halo, the chief.
Did you play Halo back in the day?
I never really got into Halo.
Yeah, I honestly I never did, but I went back and I played the original Halo and the collection a few years back, and boy, did I miss out. This game is phenomenal. Absolutely, I'm not a big like first person shooter person either, but apparently they remade this game in Unreal Engine 5. Oh, this looks gorgeous, actually. Yeah, this looks great. The gameplay is really addictive. It's really fun. You can't really describe Halo unless you like play Halo.
You learn to read a battlefield. This place, more of a freak show.
I'm down for Halo for sure. 4-player co-op, yeah. Multiplayer's great. Campaign mode with a friend is great.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock.
AI boom is killing the hardware market.
The thing with simple jobs is they always get complicated.
And now they're going to be releasing a new console soon too. That's what's funny, Brooklyn.
Worse. My advice: bring a Spartan.
I don't have a PS5 Pro, just a Series X, but that Halo PS5 Pro just looks crazy. I'm good playing this on
You
Xbox.
ever get tired of being a strong, almost silent type? No.
So it's already coming up this summer. And it's on PS5. They broke console exclusivity on Halo. On Steam, of course. And on Xbox. And I don't know, how are you feeling about them releasing this on PS5?
I'm kind of indifferent because I didn't really play Halo.
Yeah. Well, Halo's one of their biggest IPs. So allowing this to go to PS5 is it's kind of rough, I think. But at the same point, like we're getting to the point where it doesn't matter what console you have, you could enjoy games, right? And Xbox is becoming more of it's like its own thing rather than like a console.
Well,
Xbox
that
like
was
its
another
way to play
point.
games.
That's another point. See, now I'm echoing.
I think I shared it wrong. Let me turn it off. There we go.
Okay. That's another point that the Xbox CEO had made, where she had said that that console exclusivity isn't as important anymore, but she still sees the importance of it for some games. So I guess Xbox is still going to have some exclusives, but not all. Like I think the new God of War game is going to be an Xbox exclusive, but they've kind of made it their priority to make Xbox more of a platform, than an exclusive console kind of a thing. And yeah, you would think, because there's all this capable hardware out there, that it wouldn't really matter all that much. I mean, it's as long as you have something to play your games on.
Yeah, the echo should be fixed, Mr. Nobody.
Yes, it's good now.
Yeah. I never really thought I'd like Halo. That's why when I originally bought an Xbox, I didn't buy Halo. I was like, oh, it's a first-person shooter. That's not for me. And I regret it now that I played Halo. I feel like they've released this game a bunch of times, though. Just like their counterpart Nintendo has with some other titles that we're going to talk about. It seems that nobody is doing anything much original anymore, that everybody is redoing the games that we grew up on so that they have better graphics and so that we continue to buy them, and that the younger people that haven't played them yet get to play them and buy them. It seems to be more money in remakes than there is creating new.
Well, it's like that with everything now, movies and all, and everything. It's a trend where they feel like nostalgia is the only thing that sells now, and they're not open to quick money. And the way to get the quick money is through the hearts and minds of the properties that people already know and love. So it's kind of, that's what it is. They go where the money is. Everything else is like anything that's unproven.
Xbox backtracked on Game Pass because they raised Game Pass to $30 or $32 or something, and then it went back down. Now it's $22, and I think originally it was $19.99 for the full Game Pass Ultimate. So they kind of backtracked, lowered the price. It's a reasonable price. It's got great games. The question you got to ask yourself is paying $22 a month going to give you that value, or are you better buying the games? Like for me, I would probably be better buying this game than paying the monthly fee. But then again, I'm paying $10 for Xbox Online, so I get or Gold Basic or whatever the heck it is now. I have that, so I could just play games online on my Xbox. So what's the difference? $12. So $12 a month. Do I want to upgrade and get the Ultimate so I could play these games without having to buy them? I don't know.
Well, you and I have that in common, where we both have the Xbox Series S.
Mm-hmm.
And I've thought about it. I've thought about maybe getting back into Xbox again, since they, decided to lower the price on Game Pass, and it seems like they're making some strides in trying to, make things a little more reasonable and a little more affordable. But I question whether I would get that much value out of it, only because I don't play a lot of games like that, a lot of modern games, so I don't really know if it would be worth it for me. And I'm a physical media guy at heart. I'm all about physical media, movies, games, you name it. And I'm not really. And again, the Xbox Series S is a digital only console, and it's kind of but I'm still happy to have it, Steps, because it's it's nice to be able to, check in on some newer games every now and then and see what's out there. But I don't really, I don't really know if the Game Pass thing would be for me. I'm not really a big fan of a lot of these modern titles. So it's a conundrum. I mean, because I do play Call of the Wolves, the new Fatal Fury. I play that, but I got that on my PS4. So
mine's on the Xbox. So, but it's multi-console play online. You can play whatever console you want. So, like if somebody has Steam, you can play them. If somebody has PlayStation, you can play them. If the new CEO announces Forza Horizon 6 is exclusive and no longer go on PS5, she'll be taken serious about building the brand back. I will say this. I think they don't care. They want to sell the games and make as much money as possible. And from the sound of things, it sounded like their next console that they make is going to play Steam and Xbox games, which would be fantastic if you ask me. I'd still be interested. They definitely.
Well, they've kind of alluded to the idea of it being almost a PC, where you'll be able to use it like a PC as well as an Xbox. So then it essentially would be a gaming PC then.
I just don't want it to have a keyboard and a mouse. I want it to just go to my screen and like be like game centric. You know what I mean? Like I could sit at my computer and play games if I wanted to. I don't really care for that experience as much. I honestly like if I'm streaming something, fine. But like there's something about just turning on a console and playing and not worrying about your computer or drivers or bullshit.
AES Plus, just say it, just turn it on the console, putting your cartridge in and having your fun. I mean, that's why we're the Neo Geo Rebels up in here, because we realize, there's something to be said about that, because a lot of these modern systems and stuff, it's not about that. So.
Well, and I don't mind doing an entire show just talking about Neo Geo stuff, heck. But like this week, it's slow news, so then I'd have to heavily prepare another subject matter, and I've been very busy. And I thought, you know what? We have all these amazing games that were announced. Let's talk about modern gaming, then compare with our thoughts of the AES Plus. And talking about physicals, AES Plus, Brooklyn Menace, who's not buying an AES Plus from what I remember, doesn't have Game Pass, buys physicals.
That's a good philosophy, man. That's the best philosophy. I agree with Brooklyn Menace. I love physical. That's why, because here's my thing. I would have bought a Series X, but a Series X was a little too expensive for me, and at the time, Series S was such a good deal, especially with the way Series S's are now in price. Every console is so freaking expensive now.
Why are people saying Microsoft is selling the Xbox name? I have no idea about that.
Wow.
I don't think they are, because they're using it to as a platform like Steam. You know what I mean? But it's like their games.
Well, that's what it's making me wonder about Steam, like about the whole idea of like Steam integration and that kind of thing, and all the stuff that they're saying about it being essentially being the next console being like a gaming PC. I'm kind of hoping that whatever Xbox next thing is, that Helix is just a new front end.
Hey Jim.
So that you're able to do that and actually have Steam integration, because I think Steam integration with Xbox would be a nice a nice feature.
Yeah. Now this next game, they announced it a few weeks back, but then there was some more in this trailer on the Xbox showcase, and I think this is a game a lot of retro gamers and a lot of old gamers and fans are going to be like buying right away. And so let's show that. Let's talk about it. Hopefully I don't get any copyright on these. I will not be playing the audio on Crazy Taxi, let me tell you. Let me make sure I got this right, because I don't want you to be echoing.
Yeah, you just got to open the individual
Chrome
tab. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Boom. Castlevania.
This castle is just ahead. I have come here to destroy you, just like my father.
We love Castlevania.
We got a female Belmont.
No one believed me when I said the newest.
Now this looks like it's very much reminiscent of Symphony of the Night type game.
Symphony of the Night, and then what was that other game that came out? That was
Bloodstained.
Yeah. You read my mind. Yep.
It's also like the Game Boy Advance and the
Harmony of
DS
Dissonance and those type. Yeah.
The Castlevania DS collection, that collection's phenomenal. Buy it.
That was great. I was glad when you reminded me about that one, and I picked it up when it was on sale. I really am enjoying it. I'm enjoying all the Castlevania collections.
Yeah. What's really interesting is like I am a big, huge Rondo of Blood fan. I love Rondo of Blood. That's my favorite
Castlevania as well.
Nothing compares to Rondo of Blood. Maybe the closest is Dracula's Curse on the NES, but I really got into those. I love playing those DS games, but I actually enjoyed them more than when I tried playing Symphony of the Night and playing that through. I don't know why. I don't know if something's wrong with me. but like, so for that reason alone there, we're not going to watch this. I don't even know what that is. For that reason alone there, I'm nervous about this Castlevania game. I'm nervous. You know what I mean? I'm like, am I going to like it? Am I not going to like it?
I wish they would go back to a more traditional Rondo of Blood style game.
Because
that would be I think that would sell. I think that would sell very well. I think it would hit on all the nostalgia berries like everybody's trying to do anyway. So if you go back to like a traditional 2D Castlevania and you do it anime style, and you do like the you follow the a Rondo of Blood like template, you could really create something interesting. Even make it almost like a direct Rondo of Blood sequel kind of a thing, where it's more, make it take place between like Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night, and have it be almost like a bridge kind of a game, and have it be the traditional 2D. And I think you would have Castlevania fans going nuts. But that's not what they're doing here, like you said. Sure. What they're doing here is more modern style type stuff.
But retro gamers like Symphony of the Night, retro gamers, and the ones that are like not as old retro gamers, like people that are, some of us are in our 40s. I think you might still be in your 30s, but 30s like it.
No, I'm 40. I turned 40 this year.
Okay,
Steps.
all right.
So I'm 40 years old, so I'm old too.
They're catering to that audience that likes Symphony of the Night. Not only just that, but those that like playing like games like Dead Cells and was it Hollow Knight? Stuff like that. People that like that style of game. And it has a broader appeal. But I agree with you. I would much prefer that. I like that style. I like that way better than a Metroidvania. I'm not big on Metroidvanias. I'm gonna try that game some way or another, but like, I'm nervous about it. Maybe I'll love it because I love the DS games.
See. My thing is, I can go back and I can still enjoy Symphony of the Night, but like you, Rondo of Blood is my favorite Castlevania of all time, and I agree. I even have a little bit of an affinity for the Dracula X on Super Nintendo. I don't mind that game because it's kind of like a alternate universe kind of Rondo of Blood type of game, and then you have I like Super Castlevania 4 and Bloodlines, all the Castlevania games of like the 16-bit era. But I think they kind of, blew their load with the Metroidvania games, because they've given us a few different variants over the years, and it's sort of, I think it's time to go back to the original formula that worked for Castlevania. This is what I don't understand about these companies. Why not go back to what they know works? Why not go back to what
Symphony of the Night worked? Symphony of the Night worked. As much as I'd rather have Rondo.
No, it does work, but it's been done to death. I mean,
they're finally like, we could have made that game again. We lost a lot of money, and now we're going to go back and do it. Well, you didn't do it for so long. There's like 50 other companies copying the formula. There is that game that's coming out, and I don't have a trailer or anything like that up. I was not unprepared, but it's like the Transylvania Adventure of Simon Quest. And I believe, is it Retroware Studios that's doing the game? That might be more of the style you're looking for. I would have to really look more into it, but I imagine with that title, it has to be. But if it's Simon Quest, I almost feel like it's going to have some RPG elements like Simon's Quest did, right?
I think somebody made, there was a fan group that did like a remake of, I want to say a remake of Castlevania 2 or Castlevania 3, and it was the same, it was like sprites style graphics, but they just updated it a little bit, to make the graphics look a little more modern, but it was still in that tradition of the older games, and that was a lot of fun. It was for your PC only. I had downloaded it and played it a couple years ago. It was on one of the really popular retro YouTubers at the time was talking about it, and I had found it through there, and I can't remember the name of I can't remember who it was where I saw it advertised. But once I downloaded it and played it, I'm like, wow, this is great. This is like a total modern remake of that game. And it was so much fun. It was because it didn't try to make it into a Metroidvania. It didn't try to, upgrade it to the point where it was, super modern looking. It kept the retro feel, but just gave it a few more modern mechanics, which was kind of neat. But I don't know, Steps. I would love to see that, and hopefully one of these days we will get some sort of a throwback to the game, the Castlevania that
Konami
we
is
love.
a weird company. They like bought the TurboGrafx games and they released a mini, and that's all they ever did with it. You think they at that point would release at least a collection of games or put it on Nintendo Online or do something with it, but they haven't.
Yeah,
and it's really. And they let Castlevania to like die for decades, and I don't, it's weird to me, but now they're making games again or finding other people to make games and publishing them. I don't know what they're doing, but like they're back to some degree, and we got Silent Hill remakes and Metal Gear remakes and
yeah, Max Russ. I'm not sure what it's called. If it was called Castlevania Revamped, I don't remember exactly what it's called. It's been a while since I played it. I had it on my my good computer before it died, so I don't know where. I wouldn't know how to find it now, but I just remember playing it, and I remember it being a lot of fun.
Toxic Crusaders. Okay, that game they've been talking about for 5 years. I've had the demo for at least a couple. It's great. It plays great. I'm really excited for it. What the hell's going on with it? Why isn't it out already? It was supposed to be out 2 years ago.
What's with them delaying? What's with Bitmap Bureau delaying that Masters of the Universe game? Come on, man. For real. Give us that He-Man game.
That movie was phenomenal.
I love
oh my God,
that
so
movie,
good.
Steps. I'm with you. That movie made me so happy. Oh my God.
I was so scared. I was like, they're gonna fuck it up. And then I went and saw it, and I was like,
I love it. Oh my God, it
fantastic.
Was so good. It was so beautiful.
There was a bunch of haters saying that Adam was too effeminate or something. I'm like, dude, he always was. That was the whole point. Then he held aloft his magic sword and it became He-Man.
It was so great. I don't know what you thought, Steps, but I love Skeletor in that movie. I thought Jared Leto did a phenomenal job as Skeletor. It was so great. I was like, wow, this guy gets it.
Xbox is not broke, man. They're owned by
Beautiful.
Microsoft. They have enough. Microsoft has enough money to completely fund Xbox. I'm sure, no problem.
Oh yeah. They're not worried about it. They just have Xbox just has an identity crisis right now because they don't know what direction to go because they've admitted themselves the cost of hardware is so expensive right now. They don't know what direction to take things because they know people are struggling to afford basic things now, and nobody, by and large, is going to be willing to spend $2,000 on a new modern console, and Xbox is at least acknowledging that. So I give Xbox a lot of credit. I think that they they understand, and so moving forward, they're going to have to make some adjustments.
All right, so I'm going to answer this question for you, and I'm going to tell you no. And the reason why is I have Steam on my computer. I have an Xbox. I'm anticipating the next Xbox to potentially have Steam. I kind of like my Xbox console quite a bit. I have a pretty good library on my Xbox. It has some 360 games I got before it was delisted. I don't think I'm going to get a Steam machine because it doesn't fit my playstyle right now.
Yeah, I don't think I am either.
Yeah. Now, if Xbox gets Steam,
I basically made my own Steam machine with a mini PC that I had, where I took a mini PC that I had that's halfway decent and installed the Steam OS onto it and kind of made it into like a little mini Steam box, and it's actually pretty decent. It runs things pretty well, so I don't really think that it would be necessary for me to get a Steam machine either. I'm with you on that as well, Steps.
Let Xbox exit the console business and Sega re-enter. Sega's going to re-enter, but not in a new modern console. I'm pretty sure they're coming out with the retro console.
We're getting the Neptune. We're going to get the Neptune, Steps.
But I can't promise that. They could go out in left field and surprise me and do TurboGrafx or something. I would be happy with either one. Either one, I'd be stoked.
I would. For some reason, man, it's like I'm having these like thoughts of these visions of like a Neptune, and for some reason I just think that console is going to see the light of day, man. And for those that don't know what a Neptune is, it is a 32X and a Sega Genesis combined into one console.
Why buy? I mean, like, people that have Steam because it's on a PC. I get having the portable little player, the Steam Deck. Is that what it's called?
The advantage of getting a Steam machine would be if you don't play games on your PC. That's what would make it good. If you don't have a gaming PC or you don't use your PC to play games, you buy the Steam machine and you hook it up, and you've basically got the best of both worlds. And I guess that would be the selling point. I think for anybody though that is already used to playing games on their computer and doing all that, I don't think the Steam machine is really going to make all that much of a difference. Speaking
of Sega, if you remember back in the day, Resident Evil Code Veronica, that was a Dreamcast game. That was on good old Sega. Yes. This is a trailer. It wasn't on my radar. I'm not a Resident Evil player. Veronica's back. We had somebody in the chat say this is what they were interested in. I was like, you know what? That's a retro game. Let's put it up there. Let's talk about it. This is my first time seeing the trailer. I did own the game. That doesn't mean I played it, but let's take a look.
I didn't play it either, but I owned it too. Yep. God, Steps, we have so much in common. This is nice. It looks good.
Yeah.
I don't think I would play it though, but I mean,
I'm not a big horror game person.
Yeah. The survival horror thing kind of went out for me in the 90s.
Oui? Yes? So, you're the American who called earlier. The sister of the man on the third floor.
Oh my god, is she like a Creoler?
Welcome to Paris. It's so nice to meet you.
God, her acting is amazing.
Come in.
It's
we
good.
Don't want you to catch a cold. I hate to say it, but your brother is, well...
This is a really long trailer.
In we go.
It's like a freaking movie. We're watching a movie right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, some of these, the visual fidelity here is wonderful.
He's made such a mess again.
Oh my god.
I just cleaned it up a week ago. It's like a boulder rolled through here.
Yep.
I love horror movies more than horror games. I'll tell you that, Meatball Saucy.
I'm sure he won't notice if we help ourselves.
There's rumor. Speaking of horror movies, there's rumor that we might be getting one more Nightmare on Elm Street with Robert Englund. That would be incredible.
Nice coffee to go with the biscuit.
Wow.
I'm waiting for something to happen here. This is really dragging on.
Well, they're just showing off. They're just showing off how expensive this game is.
It looks fantastic, actually. Look at, I mean, those cigarette ashtray looks legit. Brooklyn. We know Brooklyn likes horror games. Yep.
Pow pow.
Get to the blood and gore.
Where's Veronica? Ah. Oh my god.
It looks like it's a good game. Is this a Resident Evil remake I'd pick up and play, though?
Don't move.
No.
Claire Whitfield.
I think I'd watch the movie.
We did not get any blood and gore.
Well, there's some blood.
There's some blood. I didn't see anybody stabbed. There we go. There's something. A little bit of something, not much.
Maybe we
Switch 2. Everything. It's coming to everything.
well, it's Veronica. I mean, they gotta milk it.
Well, I mean, they did. The one I thought about going back and playing was 4. I actually played a little bit of 4 on the GameCube.
I used to play 4 on the PlayStation 2.
All right, so one more Xbox item here I want to talk about. Well, Xbox exclusive, I guess, because there is one thing in the Xbox thing I still want to talk about. Let's see, Chrome tab, and which tab is it? This one. Okay, cool. Now this year, I guess, is the 25th anniversary of the Xbox. And
Oh yeah,
if
you know what this means.
if you remember, they had that green Halo console. I had their black.
See, I've got
That's
an
what I had.
original.
I had
I've got
the
an
black.
original. I've got an original black Xbox sitting over there still, and
I'd be more. I honestly would be even more pumped if they released the original Xbox again.
I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say. I don't know. I was just gonna say. I don't know why they. I was just gonna say. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd buy the original Xbox in green. Like, yep. I'd pay extra for the green probably. This actually looks really dope, but the problem is like I don't really have any functional purpose for it. I know it's better than my Series S, but like I'm pretty happy with my Series S.
Well, yeah. Plus, it'll probably be like $2,000. So.
Well, if you get it in time, I'm sure it's like 700. But anyway, I thought it was really cool. I liked it.
It looks nice, but I look across the room and I see that I still have an original Xbox sitting there I can hook up if I want to celebrate the birthday of Xbox in a more traditional way. I don't have to buy a new console.
Make it look like the original Xbox, and then be transparent green. That'd be great. That will sell out and be $3,000 on eBay. I'm sure it will.
I'm in total agreement with Brooklyn on this for sure, and it's not going to take very long for that to happen either.
I don't have a PlayStation 5. I am out on PlayStation. It's too expensive for me. I'm not gonna say I never enjoyed it, but like I don't know. I bought that Series S for $240, and I like that between that and the Switch or the Switch 2, depending on your era. Like I got everything I want.
I got my Series S for a for a Christmas gift a couple years back, and the person who bought it for me for Christmas ordered it from Walmart for like $100 and something, and it was real cheap. It was a sale, like Black Friday or something. It was some kind of sale, and it was supposed to have arrived, and Walmart ended up losing the tracking information on the Xbox. So I ended up getting the Xbox for free because they couldn't track it, and she'd gotten it for me for Christmas and ended up getting her money back. So she got it. It didn't end up costing her anything.
No regrets when you broke up.
So there was no regrets with it. No, I know it was nice. I'm really. I love the Xbox. Like I still have the
I was surprised. I didn't know I was gonna love the Xbox so much, but I play that thing a lot. I have a good collection. I can play Soul Calibur 2
but the irony is I still
which
play
is way better than that Switch bullshit they put on Nintendo Online. Everybody's like, play Soul Calibur. I'm like, why would I play this not as good version when I could play Soul Calibur 2 HD online on my Xbox? Now, granted, nobody can buy it anymore; it's delisted. But I have it, so I don't give a crap.
I love the ability. You know what? Like, I bought. What did I buy for nostalgia? I bought Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith for Xbox. You could buy it digitally. I bought it digitally and play it on the Series S every once in a while. And I'm like, wow, this is so much fun. I can still play this game. And like it's and I play a lot of retro games on the Series S because I got the Ant Stream collection. I bought like a lifetime pass to the Ant Stream, and they got a bunch of retro games on there. So
Sega is back, and we're not playing the audio on this because that will be a copyright for sure.
Oh my God, you're playing the Crazy Taxi, aren't you?
Yeah, with no audio, so we got to talk here.
Crazy Taxi has to be expensive because of all the music license rights that they get for this game.
Yeah, well, when I first started seeing the stack of energy drinks, I was like, oh, and then you hear the music kick in, the Offspring, and you're like, oh shit, it's Crazy Taxi. And they did this trailer perfectly, dude. This is how you drop a trailer. You get the nostalgia. It looks like Crazy Taxi. It feels like Crazy Taxi. You have the song. If they did this trailer with any other fucking song, I don't think this would have gone as hard.
It actually kind of looks like a GTA version of Crazy Taxi.
I still think it looks just like the original almost. I'm like, this is a new game, but it is. It's a new game. It's just obviously better looking. It's sharper. I wish they had BD Joe in the trailer, because I always played as BD Joe. I don't know who you played as, but like BD Joe is like, to me, the coolest because you select it, you go, BD Joe. I don't know, but it's back. The Offspring's back, and I'm sure Offspring's is gonna get more downloads, more sales, just by bringing this game back. I think.
Oh, they know it, and that's why it's like, yes, of course, we could use the money. All right, so.
And you know what's interesting? I think Crazy Taxi trailer trumped anything in the Nintendo Direct.
Oh,
I hate to say that because you would think that this trailer here, or what they think is a trailer, which isn't, you would think that this game would be like the biggest thing ever, right?
Called Hyrule.
created
and we're watching this. I'm watching this. This is after an hour of waiting for this. You know, it was a long ass direct, and this comes on.
Within it,
And you see the deco tree, you get the tone, you hear a little bit of the Lost Woods song, and you're like, ooh, this is good. I love the song. I got the warm fuzzies. This is fantastic. I can't wait to see the gameplay. They're gonna tease us a little bit more. They're gonna give me some gameplay, and we're gonna see what this looks like, right?
However, there
was no gameplay. There was none. This is what you get, dude. You get nothing.
They're just showing you. They're just showing you some environments. That's all they're showing you.
This is the best you get. It looks like it's from a nativity scene in Christmas in your house, right? And then his hand glows with a triforce.
Nativity scene.
That's all you get, dude. It does. Am I wrong? And
that was awesome. That was the best description ever of it. Like, yeah, it's the nativity scene. Nativity Zelda.
I was so pissed, dude. I'm like, you just wasted an hour of my fucking time, and I get nothing. Nothing. Am I wrong?
Well, hey, you know, Nintendo knows that it has everybody by the short hairs, and they're gonna lap it up no matter what. So,
people are gonna buy this game no matter what. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. But really, like, what game are you looking forward to most? Say you are a Nintendo fan, Zod. Just pretend you are for a second, and you like Zelda a lot.
I'm an old Nintendo fan. Old Nintendo.
So you can appreciate Ocarina of Time.
Sure.
You would think that you would be more excited about Ocarina of Time. But right now, the game I'm most excited about out of these trailers is Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi was the best trailer, hands down. But
it made you. It's exactly how you announce a game, though, right? You gave them just a little bit of the game. You had the fucking song. You put everybody back to the time that they played it in the arcade or played it on the Dreamcast, and now everybody's like, "I want to play Crazy Taxi World Tour. I'm buying this shit." And then you watch this, and you're like, "That was the worst Nintendo Direct I ever saw in my life."
I think what Max Russ is saying down here makes perfect sense. He said, seriously, I think the new generation of gamers like cinematics better than gameplay. Well, the core seem to think so. I think so too. It's almost like the new generation prefers their games to be movies more than actual games.
My nephew and my son were pissed about this too. They were pissed.
Okay.
They're 18 and 15. They're like, what the hell was that? Right?
It's a movie trailer.
They said Star Fox was announced better. Star Fox, the remake. And that's what they're doing now. Nintendo's releasing 2 Nintendo 64 games. And they're good games. But we've seen them all 1,000 times. Like,
but that's what we were saying. It's about cashing in on the nostalgia that they know everybody is going to buy into. Like this Zelda teaser, as lackluster as it is, didn't have to do much. Nintendo knew all they had to do was drop an announcement, and people are going to be super excited for it because. But
the problem is, people this already got leaked. Everybody already knew about it. So at that point, you kind of got to pivot and say, okay, we got to show more. Because everybody came out of this angry about it and complaining about the direct. I didn't see too many like really excited videos. Now, I will tell you there are certain people that are always positive and happy no matter what because they like to keep their brand a certain way. They like to be able to be friends with the companies, you know, so that they could continue to. But I'm not that level here. I'm at the level where I could say whatever the hell I want because I'm small time over here, right? So I think. I'm looking forward to the game. I look forward to seeing more for the game, but it was disappointing. It didn't live up to the same standard that the Xbox showcase did. For me. And this was the big one. We'll see. We'll see. But what else do I want to show here? Well, let's see. It won't even. Okay, let me go to the next one here. This one also. This is one where I first saw this in the in the direct. I was like, "Oh, this could be really good." I actually remember playing this on the Nintendo Wii, and I absolutely loved Switch or Wii Sports. Right?
Welcome to
Do you have a Wii?
Island, home to all
No.
sports.
No, you played Wii bowling and stuff though, right? At some
Yeah,
point?
yeah. Back when the Wii was a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So this came out, and I was like, "This looks great. This is a great casual game to play. Looks like they're incorporating, like a wave race type game. This could be fun, right?
All with intuitive motion control.
And of course, they got to bring back bowling, which will be great.
Punch,
Boxing. It really gives me those Wii vibes from. Dude, did you know the Wii came out 20 years ago?
To keep your opponent on
You can already play game. You can play games like this in VR though, and it's more realistic.
I mean, it kind of gives you the warm fuzzies of playing that game 20 years ago. The Wii Sport. It's a good idea. All right, but the frustrating part about this whole direct wasn't these things. These are great. These were like, oh, I'll pick this up. This will be a casual game. It'll be great to play. It was the new sport that they're adding to it that I was really frustrated with, because you'll see in a second if they haven't shown it already. This thumb wrestling. So it's fine that it's incorporated. I think it could be fun, but they did a demonstration for thumb wrestling for like 10 minutes in the middle of the direct. Do you know how frustrating that is? You're like waiting to see what games are coming out, and the guy's like, "Let me give you a demonstration of the thumb wrestling," and I'm like, "I don't care. Go to the next thing." You know what I mean? It made me not.
Well, other people maybe care. That's probably why, Steps. I don't know.
Did anybody really enjoy the thumb wrestling aspect of the Nintendo Direct? That's a question you can answer in the chat. I did not. But this game, I think I'll pick it up still, even with the thumb wrestling. And I'll probably pick up Zelda, so it doesn't matter. They can piss me off all they want. I'm probably going to buy it.
And Nintendo knows this.
So they don't care. They were definitely teasing with the Ocarina, because they're going to do their own direct just for Ocarina of Time.
Some people have been waiting like 40. Some people have been waiting like 40 years for an interactive thumb wrestling game, Steps, and now those people finally have it.
No, they haven't. Not maybe one person somewhere in maybe, but not that many people. No.
There's a whole subset of people on the internet, I'm sure of it.
Just what we needed, thumb wrestling. I know.
Thumb wrestling is finally happening. Dude, thumb wrestling fans unite.
Tell you what, when I buy the game, I'm gonna go do thumb wrestling first, just to see if it was worth all that hype. But the problem is, that guy that was in the video looks like he was masturbating, and there's all sorts of clips on YouTube of him doing the thumb wrestling. And it looked awful, dude.
Wow.
It was pretty bad. Thumb wrestling, something we've never seen anywhere. Yeah. That was not on my bingo card. Not on my bingo card at all.
Maybe bingo should be one of the games.
I still haven't bought a Switch 2, and this direct didn't change my mind. I have a Switch 2, and I will tell you this: it's a lot of what I play on it is Switch 1 games, but it's a lot. I like it a lot better because the Joy-Cons, the way they magnetize to the unit, is a lot cleaner. They feel a lot more solid. It's got a much bigger screen, and it's more powerful. So I do enjoy it, and I do play a lot of Switch 1 games. I do play some Switch 2 games. And two that I bought this year, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, which is this is what pisses me off about this game, though. It's a key card. Guess how many gigs this game is? 7. 7 gigs. And it's on a key card. Isn't that ridiculous?
You'll own nothing and you'll be happy.
7 gigs.
Console fanboy, mental patients unite. Yes, you see, all the mental patients are excited for the masturbation / thumb wrestling extravaganza.
That was the other thing. So here's the other thing about the Direct. There was a lot of rumors that there was going to be Mario Kart World DLC. And so everybody that bought a Switch 2 when it came out bought Mario Kart either with the console, with the bundle, or they just bought it because they wanted a physical copy. And we played it all for like a month or two. We played the crap out of it. And I played the crap out of it with Console Fanboy.
For a month.
Yeah. I have 40 hours of gameplay in Mario Kart World. Okay? It's fun. It's a good game. The problem is, though, that it got old real quick. And that didn't happen with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch 1. And you know why? They have like 96 tracks. They have like 50 different characters you can select from. It's like the ultimate version of Mario Kart ever. Right? But now they're going to go back to square one, make a new game. So what we've all been waiting for over a year now is Mario Kart World DLC. And they haven't delivered it yet. Instead, they gave us Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC. I didn't need Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC. I love the game. I beat the game. And it's a great game. But once I completed it, I'm like, I'm good. I don't care about the DLC. But Mario Kart World, that's a game that you could play again and again and again. Mario Kart's a lot of fun. Where's my DLC? It's needed now. It's needed now.
Screw all that. I agree with Max Russ. I will buy an AES Plus and be happy. Yes.
Yeah, we won't be making these complaints about the AES Plus.
No, that's the whole point. That's why we're the Neo Geo Rebels. That's why we're here. RRR. You see what I'm talking about? This is a perfect example, because when you start talking about those key cards and you start talking about the fact that there's nothing on those games, it's like, what are people gonna do when the Nintendo servers shut down? How are they going to play those games?
Yeah. The one thing that I was excited about, and I'm sure a lot of people may not be, but I was excited to see this in the Direct. One of the few things I was. And that was Xenoblade Chronicles. It's coming out on the Switch 2 edition. And the reason why I'm excited is it's harder to get the first version or the second version on the Switch, because unless you picked up like a used copy. And I'm excited to try this. It's one I wanted to try. So I'm going to get the first one. And I'm going to see what I think of it. I think I like it, from what I could tell. But that was the other problem with the Direct, is I felt like it was loaded with JRPGs. And I like JRPGs. The problem is I don't have time to play 50 of them. And I have to pick and choose what I play, right? Like, I'm playing this. I've played like maybe 14 hours of it.
The idea is to give people options. I mean...
Yeah. They could have called that the JRPG Direct. There was a ton. Or strategy game Direct too. They had Fire Emblem, they had all the Xenoblades, they had a new Xenoblade that wasn't even part of the original 3. Mm-hmm. They had Dragon Quest Monsters, they had, what else was in that? The Disney one, Kingdom Hearts 1 through 3, and a new Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, damn, man, we got a lot of JRPGs.
Kingdom Hearts was fun back in the PS2, but nowadays,
I'm gonna play this other trailer. I'm gonna see how excited you guys are for this product.
Nice.
I think everybody's gonna be excited for this one. Here it is. What do you think, Zod? Music copyrights.
I mean, look at how sexy that hardware looks. I mean, let's just be very, very clear here. Screw the birthday Xbox. Look at how sexy this looks, okay? Seriously. See, this is what I'm talking about. Whether you get the black or the white console, this looks beautiful. Or you get them both, like me and Steps are gonna do. This is where it's at, guys. You don't need a direct. You know, this here generated more hype than anything all of those directs were able to do. They're nothing got the internet blazing like this here. This is incredible.
Yes.
Look at how beautiful it looks. Oh my God! It's like
Not like the black one.
It's excellence and perfection personified right there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's. I think that's what the retro gamers want more than the green Xbox. But that green Xbox might make you some money, man. I do love my Switch 2. I saw Brooklyn Menace say he loved the Switch 2. I love my Switch 2. But like I gotta be more selective about what I buy. I gotta buy less games and buy games I actually play. Look at this. I bought this. It's still in this packaging because it takes up so much space that I don't want to buy an extra express card to play it. This is 90 gigs, and the new one, the second one came out. And I need to play these. I really do. I need time. Though. But I'm gonna try it.
Aren't those more like movies now anyway? Though, so you're kind of just basically watching a movie with a few QuickTime inputs.
Dude, this is actually a game. You can actually play it. I'm sure there's a lot of movies in it, though. There was movies in the first one on the PlayStation 1, if you remember correctly.
I do remember it on the PlayStation 1. I remember on the PlayStation 1 how they were trying to make it a movie, but they just weren't quite there yet. But now they're there where they can make it fully cinematic. They can totally do all that. So that's why I'm saying I'm expecting it to be more of a movie than a game because I haven't played it either. But
Max feels that Nintendo's lost their way. I think that they are trying to repeat on past successes now, whereas the Switch was innovated. The Switch 2 is trying to repeat on past.
I don't know, Nintendo. You want to impress me? Re-release the NES. You know,
they're not going to do that.
Do a NES relaunch like what we're seeing here.
They already admitted they only came
Neo
out.
Geo.
They only released those classic editions because the Wii U was a failure and they needed money. They already admitted that. They keep rehashing old ideas because that's what gets them money, so they keep doing it, you know? Although I've been waiting for some more GameCube games. I can't complain because they've given me all the games.
So if people suddenly stop buying games and switch to consoles, maybe they will eventually default and decide, hey, let's re-release the NES.
I think they could just release stuff and people are going to buy it, just like Apple now. They're like the Apple of video games. I'm not going to say I don't enjoy Nintendo. I like Nintendo. I relate more to Nintendo than I do Sony. But I've noticed that I've been playing my Xbox more and more. I will say that. Which is interesting for me. But I got a good library on my Xbox. I really do. So I'm pretty happy with it. I like having my Switch 2. I love having my AES Plus. I'm looking forward to buying cartridges and trying to collect them all and that kind of stuff. But at the same point, money talks, right? But it sounds like for you, the number one thing is the AES Plus. Let me see how the survey has been going. I had a survey going. I don't know where's the survey? Oh, here it is. And here is what we got. We got 26 votes, and the Xbox 25 Xbox Showcase was 35%. Crazy Taxi was 19%. Neo Geo AES Plus was 44%, and 0% on Nintendo Direct and Ocarina of Time Remake. What does that say about Ocarina of Time? Is it that the game?
It means that
they've released it too many times.
It means they should have released a better trailer.
That's true. They should have released a better trailer, which is what I said. But I also think they might have see, Nintendo releases the same game even as it is again and again and again and again. Oh, we got a new console, we got to release it again. You know what I mean? And it's like,
well, it's their gamer base's fault, because the gamer base continues to purchase it over and over and over and over. If they would stop doing that, Nintendo would not feel incentivized to keep releasing it over and over again. So you gotta figure. It's like what makes people continue to buy.
I kind of know what
makes them continue to put out Pac-Man arcade cabinets, because Pac-Man continues to sell over and over and over again. That's why
we don't talk about those on this show.
Thank you, Steps.
Yes, you're off the show. No. Anyway, what was I going at? Now, before you pissed me off with the arcade cabinets. I had something on my mind I was gonna say. Oh God. Oh, dude. I'm looking forward, but very worried. I'm more so than the Masters of the Universe movie. I'm worried. I'm worried about Ocarina of Time, and the reason why is that is a masterclass in gaming, and like it's such a iconic title. It's like sometimes you just leave stuff alone, but nowadays that ain't the case. We're remaking everything. Like, literally everything's getting remade. If they announced a Roger Rabbit NES remake, I would not be shocked. That's how many remakes we are getting.
We're getting a little Samson remake. So
we don't need it. Just give me the old game. It's great. What? Do you think we need it?
No.
You don't? Do you want to play a new version of Little Samson?
I'm probably gonna play it, but I don't.
Why not make an entirely new Little Samson game?
That's what I'm saying. Why don't we get Little Samson 2, or get some sort of, like, sequel or prequel?
Nintendo had a great idea back in 2013. They released a game called Link Between Worlds. Somebody wanted to re-release Link to the Past on the 3DS. And Miyamoto said, hey, instead of doing that, why don't we make a new game based on Link to the Past? And they made an entirely new game that made use of the 3DS's capabilities, and it is one of my favorite games of all time, because I love Link to the Past. I love Link Between Worlds. Equally, really. Link Between Worlds, I feel, is a better game. For me. Some people may disagree. I've beaten both of them. I 100% Link Between Worlds. That, to me, is more what I'd be wanting to see. If you have something that worked before, why not do something like you did with Link Between Worlds and Link to the Past, instead of just re-releasing the same Star Fox game?
Because anytime they do anything new, they're taking a risk, and they're taking more of a risk than they are if they just straight up remake an old game and release it.
There was no shock value, though, Dark Realm, because it was leaked. It was leaked that was coming, so it killed that video.
Yeah.
It went, and anybody could have told you that. It didn't take a rocket scientist. So maybe what they should have done instead, they just said coming. I don't know. They could have either given you a little bit more, or they could have said there will be another Nintendo Direct about this game on this date and showed nothing. That might have gone over better for me. I don't know. Then everybody would be looking forward to that date, right?
Yeah.
But they would have had to give you the date. If it's coming out this year, the game is already like well on its way, if not done. So there's something to show. There's something to show for sure. Link's Awakening was awesome. The remake or the original? The vibe, it's so weird because I love Link to the Past. I love Link Between Worlds. You think I would love Link's Awakening, but the vibe is different. I don't know what it is. I couldn't get onto it on the Game Boy. I can't get into it on the Switch. I really want to. I really, really want to. I will try it again and again and again until I like
maybe
it.
you will one day, Steps.
But I don't know if it's the music. I don't know. It feels off to me. I don't like it as much. But Link Between Worlds, Link to the Past, one of those games would be in my top 10 for sure. For sure. But I get that a lot of people like Link's Awakening, and I'm jealous. I'm jealous because I want to like it. Because I would much rather play a game like Link to the Past than Breath of the Wild.
Just play Soul Calibur 2 with Link as a
No, because I want to play
fighter.
I want to play the superior Xbox version. I just the Nintendo Switch Online version of Soul Calibur 2, the online is terrible.
Play it on the GameCube.
The emulation's no good. I would have to buy a real GameCube again. My son has a GameCube. GameCube games are really expensive right now. Everybody and their brother's buying GameCube.
I play it emulated, upscaled to 4K, and it looks beautiful.
It actually probably emulates on a PC better than it does on the Nintendo Switch Online.
It plays better on the PC, emulated, upscaled, than it ever did on a GameCube. I'll tell you that right now. That's why I say it's like
there's so much lag on those Switch Online games, and it's annoying. It's annoying. I hate to say it. I'm not a hater. I'm just giving you my honest opinion from somebody that actually plays games.
Pow pow. Arr.
No, I don't think. See, I actually, my very first Zelda game was The Adventures of Link, Zelda 2, and I never played Zelda 1. I mean, I played a little bit of it, but in the Nintendo like World Tournament or whatever that game was that came out a couple years ago, but I didn't play Zelda 1 because I got Zelda 2. I remember I went to the Toys R Us. I was told I could buy whatever games, and I didn't know anything about it, and it was a gold cartridge, so I bought it. And then I had Zelda 2, and I played hours of Zelda 2, got all the way to the end of the Great Palace, and then my little brother erased the save. And then I did not complete the game till 2017. And what is funny is I completed it taking turns playing each death between my brother and my son and myself in 2017. So that's my Zelda 2 story. The game means a lot to me. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Zelda, but it might be my second favorite Zelda. And it means a lot to me. Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds, those are top dog for me. Right behind it is Zelda 2. But yeah, we're probably a minority. We probably are. There's a lot of people that hate Zelda 2, man. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we're back into the same conversation of keycard games and not actually owning anything and updates and trying to play emulated games online and things like that, or going with a Neo Geo AES Plus and playing a physical cartridge.
We're going with an AES Plus and playing a physical cartridge.
I want to play both just because I feel like I have to.
When I want to play Nintendo, I go with either an NES or Super Nintendo. Having the original hardware is a blessing and beautiful, and I don't, and I love it. Just it's the best Nintendo experience you could have, in my opinion. And at least I know when I put in a Nintendo cartridge, I have a full game and not a key card.
They're all good games. I can't bring myself to go back and play like an 8-bit version of Link to the Past, because Link to the Past is just graphically so good. Like, to me, it's like perfection. That game's perfect.
I love the 8-bit versions. Wow. Like,
I don't know. For me, my era is like my favorite era is 16-bit. For me to go back and play 8-bit, my 8-bit games, not including the Turbo Graphics because they are close to 16-bit. It's a 2 8-bit, but my 8-bit, like my Nintendo and whatever, It's just the game has to hold up really well for me to be able to play it. Like Mega Man games, they all hold up great. I love playing them. Anybody could play a Mario game all day. I don't know. I'm a lot pickier about my 8-bit selection than my 16-bit. My 16-bit, that's my holy grail. That era, 16-bit, Neo Geo, TurboGrafx, Sega Genesis. That's the best of the best. I probably put Nintendo 64 and Saturn and PlayStation right after that. Like Nintendo that regular 8-bit Nintendo era might be number 3 for me. I don't know. Or not even number 4. But there's some great games. I love playing them. Don't get me wrong at all. But I definitely have that nostalgia for Zelda too. One thing that I personally wanted to talk about, because I've struggled a lot lately with wrestling, and you like wrestling, you like WCW more specifically, you like an older era wrestling. We're talking about those wrestling games.
Monday Nitro!
Monday Nitro, right? And so one of the things that happened in 2019 is All Elite Wrestling came around, and I became a fan because they had the same people on it that they had on WCW originally. They had Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone, and I was like, oh my god, this is phenomenal. Not only that, but I got pulled in because they had Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes. I love Dustin Rhodes, Gold Dust, and they had Chris Jericho, who I watched in WCW, just like you did originally, I'm sure, right?
Uh-huh.
I remember he came out with the Rufus or Ralphus, and like he would come out. Ralphus, yeah, and he just had an aura about him, and I loved Chris Jericho, and they never moved him up the card. They stuck him in that same little area. They had him wrestle the fake Goldberg, not the Gilberg, and he kind of was in the cruiserweights, I think, and like they didn't do him right in WCW, so he went to WWE, and his first night he got a promo with The Rock, if you remember. Phenomenal. But like when I saw Chris Jericho, I saw all these things over there. Like I got really excited about AEW. And then after, I went to AEW, a lot of events with my son. I absolutely loved them. I went to several pay-per-views. I went to Revolution 2020, went to All Out 2021, and saw some crazy stuff. Saw some great pay-per-views, some great stuff. And I was really excited. And then they started bringing in too many old WWE wrestlers, and Cody left, and we got stuck with, we had that drama with CM Punk, which I like CM Punk, don't get me wrong, but like I started to lose interest in it, and I started watching WWE again, and recently WWE has gotten really boring. I have not enjoyed it. I'm like, why am I watching this crap? It's not any good anymore. And so I decided just to go to AEW again. I went to AEW again last night in Cincinnati. It was a taping for Collision. And it was great because they had a lot of old wrestlers from the show that I watched back then. Kenny Omega, Young Bucks. It got me back into it. And that was before the show. That's why there's nobody in the seats in front of me. But I saw it in this small little venue, man. Like, this is crazy. Like, I walked in and you saw the ring right away as soon as you walked in the door. Let me see if I could see how small that is? This is it. You ever watch TNA Impact, Zod?
Yeah.
It looks like that arena from TNA Impact that they filmed at every week at Universal,
that Impact arena was so small, and they would do all kinds of camera tricks to make it look bigger and bolder than it really was.
So like when I walked into this, I was like getting those vibes. I was
there's like 5 people in there.
Yeah. So I walked into here and I was like, oh my god, this feels so small, and like it was so cool to like be that close to like the ring. And this was at the Andrew J. Brady Music Center, so normally it's like a couple thousand people, like concert venue. I saw Alice Cooper there before, but like I hadn't been there for like 4 years, and I just like to see wrestling in there was just really, really intimate, really, really cool, and I just realized that, and there's John Moxley, of course. That was Dean Ambrose, if you remember him. Now he's John Moxley. I had a lot of fun, and I took my son and my nephew, and they were watching it. They did like so mumuch crazy. They do a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of blood and guts. They threw some lady on tacks, thumbtacks. They threw people through tables. I think it looked like he had an ice pick. I don't know exactly what he had, but it looked like he was going to stab somebody in the head with an ice pick. Like there was just like crazy stuff going on. And there was a street fight at the end. That's what I'm talking about. And I just realized that, like, maybe the fact that it doesn't have storylines very much like, WWE did or this or that, maybe let's just let that go and just go and enjoy the damn wrestling. Because I had a lot of fun, and I missed it. I missed having fun. So that's sometimes I think maybe we need to, like, let go our judgment and just go enjoy. And maybe that's what we should do with Ocarina of Time.
Always remember the most important thing is that you're having fun. Always remember that.
I had a lot of fun, dude, and I'm going to go to more AEW. I'm going to watch that again because I really am bored with WWE. And maybe I'll switch back again, and if it, I could like watch whatever I want. That's what's great. I'm not like assigned to a team, which is great. But there's always old WCW episodes.
That's right.
At one time, I'll have to show where I was on a WCW pay-per-view.
Yeah, you have to show that. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, you can't miss me. I was front row ringside. Yep. I've actually been on TV in the crowd and wrestling a few times. I've been on AEW TV twice, and I've been on WCW. I don't believe I've ever been on anything WWE, even though they own WCW now. Like, technically, they own that WCW footage. But, it is what it is. WWE been sucking right now. Do I want to play WWE 2K26 on stream? That game is going to give you copyright if you play the theme songs. I don't own the game. I did not buy it. I don't know if I'm going to buy it because they release the same game every single year over and over again. And that was something I regretted from my childhood is every year I'd buy like NHL 94, NHL 95, Madden 96.
All they do is like switch up the rosters. That's all they ever do.
And I bought the same game like a dozen times instead of getting a new game. So I'm not making that mistake with the WWE every year. I'll buy it when maybe I'll buy it every year when the new version, right before the new version comes out, when they're like $15. That's the time to buy. I bought my kids last year WWE 2K 2025 because it was $15, right? And
I have WWE 2016.
They asked me if I was going to buy them 2026. I said maybe for Christmas. But it's $15. Oh, fighting with your family. No, I know about it. It's the one about Soraya. At least her name was.
Haven't seen it yet.
Paige in WWE. I think she was in WWE for a long time. I think she recently came back to WWE, but she's not really doing anything there. So I don't know what that was about. Maybe she's just like a Legends contract or something. But she was a pretty successful female wrestler, and I did see the movie. I watched the movie. It's been so long though, but I did watch the movie. It was entertaining. It was good. That was about a dozen years ago. For sure. Yeah. All right. I think we've had a good show. Hour 24 minutes. Good stuff. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I'd love to thank my partner in nostalgia. That's what I'm going to call you.
This is so much fun. This is always so much fun every Friday to talk about any of this kind of stuff. AES Plus forever. It wins all the time.
Yes. Hopefully we get some more news on it because this week was a slow week on Neo Geo. We haven't had that in a while, and I'm just like, let's incorporate some other games. We could switch it up every now and then. But my partner Nostalgia Zodwriter, check out his channel, check out his movie. Go to youtube.com/@Zodwriter.
Mm-hmm.
Check him out. And we'll see and all that good stuff. We'll see you next week. That'll be a good time. Let me go ahead and play the outro video. Thank you, everyone, for your comments and your engagement. We love it.
Pow!
Peace.